All right, I was hoping that was going to be the end of the song. It actually might be, and I think I cut it early. Okay. I heard it building, so I cut it off. You know it is. But welcome back again, as always, to Week 11, the second overall game of the week and the first in the Prism League. Let me send the info to our teams. I was told that there will be, I believe, 2 people subbing in for New York. So we'll see. We'll see what our rosters are for sure. But yeah, of course, no Prism scenarios this week. Nothing to really show. We could have done seeding things, but not the biggest. Yeah, I do know Boomer's one of them for sure. So, Boomer's going to get his Prism playtime this week, which I don't know. Should it be allowed? I don't know if this is a thing that would happen, but would it be allowed? I would think a Pixel player could only play in one Prism series per week. I would think. But don't know for sure if that's a rule. I don't know all the rules on this stuff. I just stream games. I don't know. I know a lot of it, but that's not okay. He has. See, that feels weird to me. I feel like that should be a rule, but you know what? Sure. You can look. Pixel. Things aren't quite decided yet. Obviously, the game later tonight, a banger, a game that should be watched. Doesn't affect the scenarios. Kind of a similar thing here, but kind of on the opposite end. Both of these teams obviously eliminated. Just playing. We can go to this, I guess, because there are no scenarios to show there. Obviously, 9 and 10 teams. Both are eliminated, but kind of just playing for positioning. Of course, managers have been told that the ownership is looking at doing a sort of lottery, kind of, I think. But that, of course, not fully fleshed out. So that just means, though, that it's not guaranteed, whoever gets 9th is the 4th pick. That's not a guarantee. Everything else draft-wise will be decided, but can say that for sure. But just placement on the standings. Winner gets 9. I can say that. New York beat they both beat Kyoto. So yeah, winner gets 9. Okay. Well. Wait. Oh my god. I think the server is weird anyway. Hopefully New York are not joining because Ben said it wasn't letting him join and the server was a nightmare anyway. Let me make sure I have this right. Okay, and everyone joined. Okay. So I think we're good. Let me just show this again. Let's go to the stats. You can see both teams. Well, New York, of course, on a 3-game loss streak since Boomer made his take on the podcast. Round Rock, 2 wins, both of them recent over New York. I can't say words. Over LA and Kyoto. Your key players are Ben and Kilo, and let's jump into it. Does, of course, work out. Kilo, the key player, is the only player actually here for New York on their main roster. Beef and Dinks both missing. They have Boomer and Sunny. I'm not too familiar with Sunny. Subbing in here. So, winner gets number 9 in the standings. Of course, neither team could get top 8. New York 1 game behind Miami, but lost that head-to-head. And then Round Rock 2 behind. So, both are locked out of the top 8, but, you want to get wins on the board. You want to bring it closer. Is Boomer trying to dribble this one? It gets blocked away. Sunny already up in the air. Now trying to pass this one back down. Sunny not a player I'm as familiar with, so just kind of getting a showcase here. Boomer could be a pass. Kilo will turn, but can't get over it. Just has to pop it, and it is wide. Round Rock, of course, last week after they beat Kyoto, said in the interview, hey, if we're here to play upset, we're going to play upset. And they did last week. New York, of course, disappointing season, not rocking the main roster this week, but speaking of that main roster, Kilo is going to put the first goal on the board. Sunny centers it around, gets the second dunk to center, and then Kilo scores. So it is now 1-0 for the Nightmare. But Nightmare, it feels like you want to hold on to 9. It was a very up and down season, ended with a lot of down, but Red Guy, Roundrock have had a lot of up recently, and he's going to tie the game here. Just Ben hits it forward, does get bumped off, but Red Guy follows up. We can't see through Ben, but he just bounces it in. And that ties things up at 1, so a lot of early action here. Oh, boost glitch. Love that for the spectators. And now Mythic might have a shot, but it's blocked well by Sunny. Now from the corner, popped out again. Dropped away. Ben gets beat. Red Guy diving in, dunk off the right wall. Mythic has to wait back, but Kilo not able to take it early. Now he'll dribble. He'll try to cut. He'll flick back on target, but Mythic gets up for the save. Now it's Boomer. He'll drop it down to the corner. Bouncing back out. Mythic already in the air, running low on boost. Sunny up high in the air. He'll jump again. He'll try to reach it, but Red Guy beats him to it. Now Kilo moving in. He'll roll around the outside. It gets over Ben. Mythic's awkward. Kilo forces it in. It's 2-1. New York. Jump ahead. Obviously, Boomer, Ben, the biggest New York fan, did just think about that. He made a take on the podcast that they would win the whole thing, since they have lost 3 series in a row and been eliminated before the playoffs even start. So, can't say his take aged well, but at the very least, he is trying to step in himself to make sure they don't end the season with 4 straight losses. But that might not be a great start. Luckily, Kilo is behind him. Sunny double commit with Kilo. Kilo does manage to hit it into him. Now Sunny the backflip, but no one able to follow it, and Ben cuts it away. Now Ben, half tank, look for a back pass. He'll find Red Guy. Red Guy just a long bang on target. Boomer can't find the touch, but Sunny backs him up again. Boomer, couple early, awkward moments early here. I don't know. I'm guessing he's a PFA in Prism or Pixel or one of the others. I haven't seen him before. Red Guy trying to dribble forward. This one knocked down. Ben trying to wait, but Boomer is there to take it away. Mythic trying to dive across, runs out of boost. Jumps over that one. Ben gonna get beat as well. Boomer trying to pop it up, trying to pass it back. Not able to get that last touch. Red Guy, 1 touch out. Mythic in a circle. Now he'll try to pop it back. Kilo, bit too fast. Boomer there. Red Guy saves, and Mythic clears it away. Good last-minute play by the Rednecks to keep that one out. Now half the game to go. Still a 1-goal New York lead. They're the ones pushing. Kilo maybe beat by his teammate there. Now Boomer beat by his opponent all the way down to the corner. Sunny trying to pick it up. It bounces out awkwardly, but no one really there to challenge from Roundrock. So Sunny able to get past midfield. Now that flicks on target. It's over Ben. It's off the crossbar. Boomer tries to jump. Red Guy hits it around him, and no one is there for New York. Mythic passes it back to Red Guy. He'll go down the sideline. Pushing into the corner. Out of boost. Look for a 50. But Sunny just pops it over. Gives a free touch to Boomer. He'll drop it down. That one could get dangerous. Mythic a pass off the backboard. A demo in the net, but Sunny a clear beats Ben. That forces them back. Now popped up in the air again. This one dropped out to the corner. Mythic still trying to follow it. He'll catch, trying to flick it forward. He'll cut past another. Bouncing back out to Red Guy. Shot might be high, and it will be as Sunny just gets that last touch away. Now Ben gonna take it back. Mythic getting bumped into it. Red Guy up and around. This one dropped down again. Ben pops it off the corner. Red Guy still trying to follow it. Plays it forward. Sunny trying to track it back. On the outside, Sunny still under it. He'll try to get the touch out. 1 minute to go. Not the fastest game here. We've really slowed down. No goals in about 2 minutes at this point. Had pressure on both sides. For a while is favoring New York. Now we've reached a bit more of an even ground with Roundrock getting opportunities. Boomer, a rocket. Just wide. That one rubber banded after he flipped at it. Ben, running low on boost, just flicks it up. Red Guy able to get even on the 50. Kilo, one up for it next. He'll pass it over to the side. None of his teammates there. Mythic, an awkward first touch. He'll try to get under it. Now flicks over one. Boomer in next. Ben beats him to it. Kilo, low boost, alone. Tries for a heavy first touch and gonna get beat to the second. Now Red Guy beat by Sunny. Sunny gonna recover fast as well. Hits it around Mythic. Ben back forward. Red Guy look for a pass. It's Ben instead. Wide. Kilo a long clear. Forces Mythic back. 15 seconds to go. Round Rock still need a goal here. This one popped up in the air. Boomer, pass off the post. Mythic, a light touch. Red guy jumped in as well, but he'll land and follow. On the dribble, that one gets awkward. Pinched off the corner, Ben jumps. Sonny beats him. The clock hits 0, and New York on the verge and will take game 1. Just well controlled. Definitely some back and forth chances there, but in the end does go the way of New York. They held the early control, found the 2 goals early, and then once the game reached a standstill, it did just go the way of New York from that early advantage. Now we do see Ben calling for a tech timeout, so someone might have DC'd or bad internet or something. Things look fine, so we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't take us too long here, and we'll be able to hop into game 2. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you have to say a disappointing season for both sides. I think especially New York, and that's just pretty clear. I mean, Round Rock were a team. There's obviously... Okay, it seems like good. 1 minute timer ran out, and immediately they're good to move. So, big for us that we get to go on to game 2. New York won ahead. But, I mean, as I was saying, Round Rock, a very slow start. Took them 8 weeks to get their first win. Moved to 1-7 at the time. And on the other... So, they were kind of... From very early, it was pretty much expected that... they were not going to make playoffs, you know? They didn't end up getting the rebound. I mean, they could end up with 3 wins here. Pretty respectable from 0-7, but definitely not a surprise they end up in the bottom 4 here. On the other side, New York, I mean, they were up and down all season, but started out with a roster that, okay, it's Kilo and Beef. Mello can be a little bit of a wild card in 3s. That's still a pretty good roster, and they did pretty all right, I believe. I don't remember their exact record. We've talked about it before. Then they ended up bringing in Dinks, and it's like, okay, also a bit of a wild card in 3s, but he's just so good mechanically. It feels like it has to work out. And so kind of shot up on power rankings. People's belief was high. Lost that first week to the Wave, and okay, first week. Wave, they're an okay team towards the middle, but, you know, first week it'll get fixed. Then they beat OKC. That hope builds. Boomer makes his take, but then just kind of fallen from there. They played quite a few good teams, of course. Houston, Miami, who have shown good results recently. Even Havana have never been bad. Had to get reverse swept by a couple top teams, have beaten the teams they're supposed to, but just have found wins against none of them. And now they're down here. This one is on their goal line, but no one able to send it in. So really just a season of disappointment for the Nightmare. Definitely living up to their name for themselves as opposed to their opponents, as I'm sure was the plan. So hoping to recover this, get this win, at least get that 9th place spot. Get more respect, but if they lose, sitting in 10th below Round Rock would be tough, but Sonny doesn't want to see it happen, and it is 1-0 Nightmare. We did continue our long streak of not seeing goals, but eventually it does turn itself around. And it is 1-0 with 3 minutes to go in game number 2. So definitely, I mean, with the 1 days in, of course, you can say, I don't really know what the dynamic is. Otherwise, New York would be the clear favorite, but Round Rock are a team who they can kind of play upset a little bit if you're not ready for it. Of course, haven't really seen them get the wins throughout the season, but put up fight a couple times. Did beat Kyoto last week in a not a clean series, so if this one does get ugly, could see Round Rock bounce back into it, but of course, need to find a goal, maybe 2 now, as there was a touch from a Round Rock defender, but not a save, and Kilo does make it 2-0. Half of the game to go. Ben and Red Guy both jump. It just pops right back out. Ben jumps down, does get a touch, but just redirects it for better placement. And it is now a multi-goal lead, New York. On the backs of Kilo and Sunny, and Boomer there too. It is now 2-0. This one dropped down by Ben. Sunny bangs it up off the sidewall. Kilo already up. Look for the redirect, but neither him nor Sunny have a touch. Boomer now going to get beat. Gets the demo on Mythic, but Red Guy in a 1v1 with Kilo just tries for the 50, and Kilo wins it out. Now Kilo, the dribble, 50'd by Ben, just high off the crossbar. Red Guy, another shot in, just over Sunny. Ben dropping back in again. Now a demo comes through. Mythic, and it just gets through. It's 2-1. Just a roller. Put the pressure on, see what happens. And what happens is Sunny doesn't read it. Boomer just believes, and it goes past both. It's a 1-goal game. Yeah, Sunny wins it off the sidewall again. Kilo trying to jump, but tapped away by Ben. Red Guy trying to follow it. He's running low on boost, so just flick it across, putting the pressure on Boomer. Take one touch up. Now he'll slow it down, trying to pop up in the air. On target, blocked by Ben. Sunny's there. Ben is 2 again. Now Red Guy just puts a rocket a little bit wide. Sunny needs a good read and has a perfect one. Still, it's awkward for the Nightmare to follow. Mythic down around. Ben already up high, but gets beat to the double, and Sunny clears it away. Red Guy back into the corner again. Ben trying to chase Kilo. He does remove Kilo. Doesn't have boost. Looks to force past Boomer, but Boomer hits it away. Good defense for the Nightmare in the last minute or so. Able to keep their lead, but they got another minute to go. This one pinched away. Red Guy, big miss. Kilo lurking. Ben a light touch. Kilo gonna go. But Mythic and Ben combine for the save. Still a minute on the clock. Round Rock need a goal. Mythic pops over Kilo. So I'm going to bounce up. Neither one has the read. Boomer will be there next. A light touch forward. Red Guy beats him there. Bang off the sidewall. Kilo will be first to this one. Needed that double. And the third touch. Did get awkward, but with 3 touches, able to just work it around one. Force the Rednecks back again. 40 seconds now. And we've reached the same standstill we did in game 1. Round Rock trying to break it. Ben forward, but the catch for Sunny is perfect to beat one. Now this one over towards Boomer. He'll pop over Mythic. Ben going next. He'll bang it towards backwall. Double commit for New York. Sunny bumped, but still recovers. That one forces Red Guy back. And the Rednecks have only 20 seconds to work with here. This one up to Ben. It's a tie game. It gets awkward, but they make do. And it is 2-2. A great pass forward, a great shot through, and the overcommit by New York is punished. 15 seconds to go. OT looming, Round Rock on the verge of having another chance to tie the series. Red Guy just plays that to the side. Boomer gets demoed mid. Kilo, shot wide, does get a dunk. This one gonna bounce up. Could be a chance at 0. Mythic up for it. Round Rock gonna have the last push. Sunny drops it down. They can't keep it alive. And it is game 2 overtime. Kickoff seems to have a boost glitch for the spectators there. Sunny trying to drop it back down. He'll go for a bump. Mythic gets one clear. Boomer, a shot on, but Ben dodges the bump, gets the save. Now Kilo and Boomer both there, both awkward. Boomer might look for the back pass instead. He'll play the 50, which turns into the back pass. Now Sunny, a great double towards the backboard. Mythic gonna play it away. Boomer drops it down. Now Mythic gonna pinch it forward again. Sunny around the outside trying to pop it back. Mythic off the sidewall. Ben not able to get a touch. Sunny air dribble for the solo play. Bumped by Mythic. The Red Guy got faked and it is in. A miscommunication and breakdown. Mythic breaks up the solo play, but Red Guy had already jumped and just watches it fall in. And New York are on match point. Another 1-goal game, but another Nightmare win. I'm getting confused typing in the replay name because one team repeats the same letter twice, the other has the same letter for all 3. Sunny. Smile. I'm guessing he's a PFA or recently registered. I will also say, based on what I know, I'm not sure that this is a legal roster construction, but I don't care that much. So you know what? Cool. this one forward. Sunny gonna pop it up. Takes his corner. Now we'll wait on this one. Popped up in the air. This one high, but no one able to go. Red guy trying to follow to it. He'll go for the air dribble. Ben already in the air. No touch on it. Sunny. Popped up. Boomer trying to turn around on it. Mythic gonna dive in. Centers it, but Kilo there for a free clear. Ben out towards the side. Red guy trying to follow it up. This one off backboard. Boomer trying to wait. Does catch below one, and the second gets bumped. Now Mythic's alone. Boomer high pop, putting pressure on, but Mythic does get this first save. Now he'll look to follow it out. He will get a flick forward. This one popped up high towards the ceiling. Sunny just going to bang it away. Ben up into the corner. Kilo doesn't have it. Ben saved by Boomer. Mythic the follow. Open net. Rednecks score first. 1-0 for Round Rock. They need to get this win, and that is a good start. I have a banger idea that I will put into action after this game. This one sent across by Kilo. Now popped up in the air by Sunny. He'll stay under it. He'll drop for the reset. He'll get it forward on, but Ben will save. Now cleared away again. Sunny gonna try to turn on it. Has a full tank. He'll pop it up, but Red guy just shutting him down. Gets the 50 forward. Now Kilo on the pop. Popped up to the ceiling again. This one wide. Red guy diving in. Dropped down. And gets over Kilo. You'd have to ask some of the more... Like, if you get in the Discord, I have to ask some of the other people, but I'm going to guess that might be a different one. It could be, though. Now, demos come through. This one popped up in the air, trying to get sent in, but Boomer just there for a clear. Third guy still following it. That's a big dunk, but Mythic able to pinch it off the post. Now, Mythic low boost just has to wait. Kilo beats him there. This one out for a pass. Mythic pops it up, though, and Ben will air dribble out. About half the game gone. Still a 1-goal lead for Round Rock. This one up in the air. Mythic doesn't have a touch. Kilo on it, but cleared away again. Red guy trying to center it out. Boomer in the air. Another shot, just a pressure. Forces a double commit. Sunny back. Red guy clears. Now Sunny trying to drop it down. Ben playing it forward. Popped up in the air off the backboard. Bouncing down. Sunny no boost, but does get enough power on the flick. Forces Mythic back. Now Boomer involved for another 50. It goes even. This one dropping down. Red guy from midfield. It's 2-0. Just popped up in the air. Kilo jumps as low boost, but not able to get there. And so it goes straight in. It distracts me every time, that boost glitch, as Red guy may have been distracted. He missed that one. Now it drops down to Sunny. Ben will 51st, pops it straight up. Boomer gets removed. Kilo back into the corner. Now another corner again. This one missed by Ben. Mythic trying to jump. Running low on boost, but does get to the midfield. Boomer now dunked by Ben. Sunny, full tank, catch up on his own back wall. He'll try to dribble it out, staying with it. A lot of power there, but Red guy does still get a piece of it. But Sunny gets the next. He beats Mythic. Now Ben, off sidewall. Boomer gets demoed, but Kilo's still able to force it forward. 100 seconds to go. New York still held scoreless in game 3. Big miss there by Ben. Boomer going to get another clear forward to the corner. Boomer now the read, but Mythic beats him there. Kilo, backboard, straight down. Sunny diving. Didn't quite have the right read. Pinched off Ben to Red guy, and he'll break the half line. Now into the New York defensive third. Kilo going to get bumped away. Boomer gets removed, but Sunny alone just getting out. Off the corner, he'll try to center it, but Ben another clear away. Now this one down. Kilo blocks it out to the side. Ben trying to stay under it. Sunny still in the air. He'll go for a bit of a breezy flick. Not a lot of power on it, though, and it is saved to the side. Now he'll get a demo, though. 50 seconds. New York have a chance, but need to start scoring here soon. At the very least, need time on the clock. Ben trying to dribble out. Sunny beats him there. He'll look for the double. Can't quite find it. Kilo diving across. Shot wide. Can anyone turn? The answer is no. Mythic a long clear down to the corner, and then a dunk on Sunny as well, just to keep the pressure building. One around the outside, straight down, red guy bouncing in 3-0. We are not gonna end on Beckwith. We are headed to game 4, just about guaranteed. I have to add that every single person to come into the chat has asked that. He's a new PFA who is playing with the Nightmare. We're not questioning that Boomer's there. We're questioning the other PFA. This one around the outside. Mythic plays it off the sidewall again. I'll try to follow it. Now sending under it. Big flick up. Ben there. Has to fake, but that's more time. And more time even further guarantees the result. As we are going to have the Round Rock Rednecks forcing. Oh, that'll be a minute. Game number 4. Like I said, I do have... That does also put the Rednecks in the game scoring lead. Huge. Is this useful to me? I'm looking at something. You can look at the stats for a minute. No. Not at all. Okay. Oh, I'm... Okay, good. Transition to this now. I can't type. The teams are waiting, and I have to do the longest team map change in the whole thing. Unlucky, I got to go back with to the Coliseum. And I was busy. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Beef and Dinks, I don't know if schedules were bad or they didn't care or what. But I'm not surprised Boomer wants to step in for the team that he made a bet on. And yeah, we get to see Sunny's first try. First debut in the league, so love to see it. Now Mythic gonna take control. Okay, I think I have what I want. This one popped up in the air high in front of the net. Ben gonna jump. Sunny on the corner. Neither one hits it. Now Mythic up high. This one will come straight back down. Great bounce, but well read by Sunny. Now Kilo's redirect just sends it back into the corner. Popped up in the air by Mythic again. And dropping back down. Sunny still trying to follow it. It'll fall wide. Insta around the outside. I mean, they could be mad, or they could just not care. I mean, the team's eliminated, and you don't need playtime in this league, so it doesn't matter unless you care about stats. And Kilo, of course, the manager of the team, is representing and puts in the first goal of Game 4. So right back into the swing of things. New York do get... That's crazy, Boomer. They do get first blood here. That's insane, Boomer. No, that's crazy work. I mean, I believe that from Boomer. I believe Beef probably had like a little bit... I believe Dinks could be a bit tilted. Beef could have bad hours. Neither one really cares. So Kilo said, you know what, we're running it. And just scheduled around Boomer and then picked up another one day. That could be entirely possible. But it is crazy that New York scored, and then within the replay, Boomer typed a toxic message in-game, responded to something in the chat. Like, okay, Lemon, it's a lottery. Like, they're not guaranteed the third pick. The extent of the lottery has not been finalized or announced, but managers do know your final placement is not your guaranteed pick, as Mythic ties the game. Also, yeah. Boomer is now responding to me in the in-game chat. I mean, this season was a lottery. They're going to do the same thing with odds weighted by performance. We don't know, maybe only non-playoff teams, maybe what. Basically, based on your final placement, you'll be given a % chance, and then it will be randomized based on that % who gets what pick. But we don't know, like, what those odds are, how many teams are going to be in it. Like, maybe top 4 are strictly by placement, bottom... No, it's not, Lemon. It's not at all. Because, first of all, it's not a franchise. And second of all, it incentivizes not throwing. Like, every... I guess I don't know about NHL, but NBA and MLB both do it for a reason. They only do it for, like, a couple picks, which would be why I would say maybe like top 4 should not be part of the lottery, that kind of thing. But we don't know what they're going to go with, but it is a great idea for a reason. Now, the way I've suggested and the way those leagues do it is that the bottom few teams all have the same odds. NHL does? Okay. I don't pay enough attention to know for sure. But I know NBA and MLB do. And in fact, the odds that I suggested to Bacon were pretty much based on the NBA odds. I just shifted it a tiny bit to account for like 2 less teams. Assuming they did all 12. But, yeah. They do it so the bottom few teams all have the same odds because you shouldn't incentivize being the worst team in the league. So you can give them a high chance at getting the first pick because, you know, should help them to develop, but you don't want to just incentivize that because then throwing becomes a possibility, as NFL has, or at least you can assume has. Sonny going to get it clear. We've just not been talking about the game this whole time, and that's okay. It's game 4. This one off the backboard, though. Ben there. Red guy next. It's right at Kilo. He'll clear it away. Boomer jumping up next. He'll redirect a little bit wide. Kilo following up, but 2 players there for Round Rock, and they do get the clear. Now red guy off the corner. Falling back down. Popped up in the air. Mythic around the outside. So I don't know if MLS has a draft, and NFL doesn't do a lottery. The other 3 main leagues all have lotteries. That kind of says a lot about how useful it is. Sonny off the sidewall. It'll recenter out again. Red guy pumping it straight up in the air. Kilo trying to wait for it. Now he'll let it fall back down. Red guy back down from the ceiling. Boomer still trying to follow it. Played it forward. Now Mythic gonna dunk away. Sonny dropped down. Red guy still trying to follow it. Kilo gonna get it away. It's so true, Koa. No reason why. Just, that's kind of dumb. No reason why. Now Sonny played forward. Mythic pops it up. Ben around the outside. Sonny still trying to wait under it. Now this one popped straight up in the air. Sonny another touch up. Trying to solo play it again. We did see him win it with that in game 2. Final 20 seconds. Still tie it up 1-1. Another OT looming. Boomer gets a 50. Kilo going to try to turn at this mid boost. He'll get a 50 up, but gets bumped as well. Still the ball floats. Now Mythic to go. Sonny to dunk. He will get it. Running out of boost for the second, though. Ben pops it over and beats Boomer as well. Kilo alone gets a good first touch. Ben diving. Wins it forward. 0 seconds. They might have a chance at a shot, but that touches backwards, and now I think Round Rock want the ground, and Boomer gives it to them. Game 4, overtime. Now, Game 2 did go to OT, and New York won it on a solo play from Sonny. Round Rock going to want a different result if they want to keep the series going. Kilo up in the air. Red guy going to drop it down. Boomer off the sidewall. Now Ben trying to follow it. Plays it down into the corner. Kilo waiting behind it. Can't find the touch. Sonny up or on the outside. Now he'll take control up in the air. Kilo trying to jump. Sonny plays it away. Boomer just wide. It rebounds out. Red guy hits it away. Now Boomer, though, trying to catch it back in. Big 50 by Red guy. Ben trying to jump up early. He'll find a clear that is on target, but Sonny up in plenty of time. But still, Kilo gets demoed. Mythic trying to keep the pressure on. Catch by Sonny. Gets past 2. Ben alone, but has free space, and he'll get a pop before he gets bumped off it. Now Boomer in the corner. Low boost. Has to leave it. Now Kilo. Dangerous pass out. Sonny hits it away, but it's still back into the corner. Now back in. This one forward. Sonny trying to pinch it away. Mythic gets bumped off it. Sonny trying to set up his team. Has full boost, but Ben gets a 50 that forces it off him. Now Boomer around the corner. Mythic, a bit of an awkward read, but makes it easily. He does get a long clear away. Sonny going to reset to his backboard. Ben trying to pre-jump him. Not going to get particularly close. Now this must-see is right at Red guy. He'll drop it down, but that one will roll perfectly for Boomer. He'll pass up. Kilo trying. Not going to have anything. Sonny now backwards, but can get the corner boost and can stay on this. He'll try to beat Ben, but Ben just stays patient and gets there. Kilo will beat him, though. Red guy not able to go. Kilo couldn't find the redirect. Mythic trying to clear. The better chances have definitely been for New York, but Round Rock have been pushing forward. As we approach 2 minutes here, either side definitely can win. This one centered out. Mythic dunked by Sonny. Ben has to reach all the way back again. Not on target, but it starts to get awkward. To the sidewall, Ben gets a clear, but removed by Kilo. Kilo still on the backboard. Boomer just hits it forward. Red guy save. Right at Sunny. Mythic got removed, but the shot not on target. Tried to go for a double. And no one to follow it up. Now off the sidewall again. Ben dunked by Boomer. Wide again, but it forces Mythic to make a play. Dunked by Kilo. Coming straight down. Red guy just hits it out to the side wall. This one up in the air again. Ben a misread. Red guy has to rush back. No one there first. And he does clear it back to his corner. Now red guy trying to get it out. Gets past midfield. Kilo just sits under him to get the mid boost. Sunny over Mythic. Ben's alone. Sunny double not there. Boomer's shot gives New York a win number 4. They will not end with a 4-game losing streak. Boomer makes sure of it. He may have lost his bet, but the team will rebound. And it's just Boomer left in the lobby. Everyone else is gone. So we tie in goals at 7 at the end of things. And in games, it will, of course, favor... Okay, red guy's still in the lobby, too. I don't know. It looks like all of Round Rock... I think all of Round Rock were. But New York were out. They were done. I think I'm good. I will ask about an interview. It's just Boomer in the New York call. Am I just gonna interview Boomer? Or like what's happening here? I'm gonna message him. I'll message Kilo. We'll see what he says. It is just Boomer in the call. Is Boomer gonna speak on behalf of the team? Okay, Kilo said he'll join, so I'm gonna join the call. We'll be back in just a little bit with an interview. And we are now back with Kilo and Boomer. So manager and cheerleader? I guess?
MVP? What do you mean cheerleader?
Okay. Well, all season you were the cheerleader. You got
That's
the
true.
final goal at the end, and you were there for the rest of the series, I guess.
I mean, Boomer had a little role tonight, and he did good. So
Yeah, I
thanks,
was
Boomer.
chilling.
I appreciate
I
it.
was chilling.
Second
Yeah,
Prism
man.
game.
Opportunity.
I mean, this game didn't really matter much, and it was just for fun. But yeah, Dinks. Actually, not red guy. What am I saying? Beef couldn't make it, and then Dinks just never answered. So that's what happened.
Fair enough. In game doesn't mean much, like you said, but you do manage to get win number 4 on the board. Make sure you end in 9th place. So feel good to get a win at the end at least.
Whoop whoop. Yeah.
It felt great. It felt great.
Boomer's
But
first
then
win in Prism.
God, I had so many so close shots. I just kept hitting it wide. I'm like, oh.
Sorry, I do have a
Even-
question though.
Yeah.
So, does placement not matter for draft?
Owners like Boomer's here. I think they're still deciding on it. At the very least, your placement will help determine your odds for pick.
I see.
So it does matter, but it probably will not be fully 1-to-1. Like it won't be 9th is 4th pick, but that means you could also get the first pick. But you'll just have less odds than like the bottom few teams. So
I'm an owner, and I forgot that. So
I think that was announced, like with the picks, right? Is that they're looking at some sort of a lottery, but nothing's locked in either. So
yeah,
I know that was said also. Should be interesting
We'll see
though.
what happens. Yeah.
I
Good
just
way to
had
end
to
the
come in
season.
here. I had to come in here and show the Nightmare how to win since they forgot.
Even though there was just me tonight.
Yeah, to show the nightmare. It's just the manager.
Well, at least we actually got the game in.
True. Do want to ask? We do have a Prism player here, and then I guess Boomer, who it's fair enough to make a prediction. If you had to pick, obviously, can't be you, unfortunately, but who do you think's gonna win Prism League?
You know, who who's Halio's team? Or not Halio, not Halio. Hollow.
Finland.
Is that six full and Appa?
No, Hallow is Stim and Electro.
I do think
Vikings, yeah.
yeah, Vikings are,
Yeah.
it's a hot take, but
I've rooted for
I would
them the
probably
whole
say
season so that they're on paper.
it's either them or probably Florida.
Yeah, that
It's
was
between those two.
them being one of the best teams, if not the best, was a take like I know Max had. But then that Miami game happened, and I don't know. Obviously,
Yeah, I just think they
very
were
much
caught
back on
lacking.
track last week, so we'll see.
I think they
Um,
play against Lemon, and then like teams play against Lemon, and they're like, "Oh man, this is like we're playing in a C2 lobby."
Yeah,
I mean, it's
it's
They
no,
get
not.
confused.
it's.
They get confused.
I mean, that's not what that is, but you know.
I mean, hear me out. It's so beyond just. I'm literally confused the whole time. I don't know what's going on.
he,
Anytime I play Lemon, so.
he plays chaos, but he's definitely not slow or like a C2 lobby.
I mean, it's blowing the brain a little bit, but
That's
Yeah,
true.
that.
Not in the gameplay.
Well, I got a scrim, but GG's. Thanks for the opportunity, Kilo.
Of
GG's,
course.
Rednecks, and thanks for casting Doggo. Later, guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, can't ask about next week or anything. So.
Yeah. Yeah, but those are my predictions. Either Vikings or Florida. I mean, obviously I want to say Hornets because of Koa and Balls and the boys. But if I'm being realistic here, I don't know. I don't really feel like they got it.
Yeah, Florida's probably the least controversial. Vinland's a little bit creative. Houston probably that same level. I don't know. Should be fun though. So, congratulations on the season you had.
Thank you.
And
Appreciate it.
your final thoughts here.
Yeah, just don't get me wrong about the Hornets. Like they're a good team. Love you, Koa. But Hollow is just insane. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, thanks, dog. I appreciate you for casting here the last game and the whole season.
Yep.
You know.
And GG's.
GG's. Gotcha.
All right. Well, there you go. That does it for the first game of Week 11. One of two that will not matter. Honestly, I don't know if it's a good. Well, okay. I'm just thinking about this. This is the second time in Prism that teams in the same place in the standings have played each other. This is the second time that has happened. Of course, it was earlier this season. I don't remember the week, but it was like Vinland and Lincoln played, Florida, Houston, like all the teams in sets of two down the standings. And this is the same thing. Bottom four play each other, New York Round Rock, Kyoto, LA. And then top four play each other, Florida, Lincoln, Houston, Vinland. And then the middle four play each other, OKC, Miami, St. Petersburg, Havana. And Pixel is a bit more all over the place. Lansing played the Mudcats. Deadwood played Boston. Birmingham, New Mexico. So there's a lot of grouping. But like Erie, Luxor is more spread out. Lansing, Missouri is very spread out. Like Pixel, and it was the same last time it happened too. They were just kind of random. But Prism is pretty grouped, and that makes seeding incredibly interesting. But it does mean we have these two games that mean nothing. But like we said, placement matters. Obviously, LA are locked in 12th, but Kyoto can now take 10th. And it is New York locked in 9th. But yeah, that will do it for this game. Don't go anywhere. Stream will go live in a couple minutes. Game will go live in 15. We are going to have Deadwood versus Boston. Obviously, both teams are clinched, but those are two top Pixel teams, so it should be a good match. Winner gets either second or third. They lock at least third, can get second if Erie lose. Loser gets fourth. So, banger matchup, seeding implications. You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned for Deadwood Boston. In just a couple minutes, it'll be Bard taking you through that one. But that does it for the first series of the night. Your final score here, one last time. New York 3, Round Rock 1. So we'll see you in a little bit to continue through Week 11. Back over in the Pixel League.